get going with this seed. Alright. And 3, 2, 1. So we do have some objectives I have to go through. We have to drop the magma key into the Argart well. We got Yang as a second character. And a Sand Ruber, so we can immediately get the third character. I have to appreciate Fella as the name. We have to conquer the White Spear Altar. That's up on the moon. We have to defeat CPO. That's just beat the boss itself. Doesn't matter where it is. We need to rescue the hostage on Mount Hobbs. We have to get Cecil as a whole. So all in all, pretty easy objectives to do. Probably started my recording a little late, but that's alright. I'm sure it doesn't really matter if the little opening bit is on there. Let's quickly shuffle over here. First thing I'm going to want to do, since I do have the Sand Ruby, might as well go check what that character is. Also, let me, oops, that's not what I wanted to click. Let's get my stuff up so that I can quickly swap between them. So, Sand Ruby is this one. And let's go see what we're going to find here. So I got a chest there, but it is one of the empty ones, which is unfortunate. We have an edge. So I do have the seed on to make edge harder to find along with Fu Soya. But because he's behind a key item, he can appear early if you're lucky. And in this case, we were lucky. Now the downside is he is likely still to be pretty weak because of the Naki's flag. Because I don't know how much gear he starts with. It's the first time I've really used the flag. He only has one Fire Claw. He only has a staff. He only has a Fire Claw, so it doesn't even have Ninja Sword. So as a whole, he's a pretty rough shape. We got life potions here. We don't have any money currently. But the life potions are going to be worth going back for once we do have some cash in play. Now we have no free characters or key items, so no point checking the waterway right now. So instead what we're going to do, well I guess while I'm swinging by, I might as well stop here. We need to get some items checked off so that we know what we have to work with. Fire armor, 40 gold. I do have a flag set that if the item is poor in quality, it's just going to give me random money instead, just to help with inventory bloat a little bit. If you see a chest like that that's already open before I get there, it just means that that's one of the chests that has been randomly dictated to be empty. But one of the chests, when there's a trap chest, it has to exist, so as far as I'm aware, I don't think there's a chance that you can be rid of it entirely. Although in these flags, I don't have key items behind one of those. Now we got a Porum over here with the boss of Dark Elf. Not too bad of a boss, all things considered. Especially not at the amount of HP that it would have there. Let's double check what they have at this shop here. Sirens? Okay, so that shop's going to be pretty important down the line when we have to start leveling. For now, nothing too crazy. I mean, there's a chance of life potions being somewhere else as well, so we might not even have to return to Kaipo. Which would be the ideal, but I'm not exactly holding my breath over here. Alright, so we got those checked off. Makes sense to get the hovercraft out, and there's some chest over here to check, so I'm gonna swing right over here. I could do early game boss spot checks for CPU, but probably can wait till we got a more full party going on. Ooh, good find. Now I know I have to have Cecil, so there is some value in keeping the crystal equipment right now. But there's no telling how late into the game it will be before we do it. There's also some value in doing Mount Ordeal, since my hero is Tella, so I can't get rid of him. With that in mind, it probably makes sense to make him as useful as possible by getting him his Meteo spells and whatnot as early as possible. So, first things first. Let's back row glitch you just for future. You can wear the Zeus gauntlet. I don't think you can wear fire armor. You might be able to. Nah, I didn't think so. I mean, I can give you the other fire claw for the sake of it. But aside from that, there's not a whole lot we have to get excited about. So instead, we're gonna head over here. Hey, Innovate. Drop a save, since we don't know what we're dealing with as we go in. How are you doing today? Alright, life staff could be useful for Tella. I'd prefer a Stardust Rod, since he's stuck in the party throughout the entire seed. Power Staff's not bad either. I don't think he can use bows. He might be able to. I think he can only use staves, though. Well, staves and rods. A diamond ring could be good for buffing him. I'd also want to buff Yang instead, though. Because he's not going to be contributing too much to fights this early on. I guess Power Staff makes the most sense right now. Hey, Dane, how you doing? Your bad knee is killing me? That's unfortunate. That's going alright. Still booting up the old brain dome, but aside from that, we're good. Doing my first of these seeds with the new flags. I haven't really seen the flag sets on my own, which has the Final Fantasy IV Advance items in it. Also, first time trying the hero flag, so of course Tella is my hero. Because why wouldn't he be? Why would it be somebody good, ever? Okay, we got a lunar boss here. What do we got? D-lunars. At this spot, they should be okay, pretty simple. Yang's essentially useless right now. Yeah, now if you forge the crystal, or forge the Excalibur, instead of the Excalibur, you get a certain weapon from Final Fantasy IV Advance, one of the super weapons. So you might get like the Apollo Harp for Edward or something like that. And Hero Seed means that the character you start with, you're stuck with them. And the item that you craft from Advance will be for that character. There's no avoiding it. Yeah, so we got a Bahamut. I would not mind finding Iridia, obviously. It goes without saying I was gonna get Tella the first time I tried it. It was written in the stars. Alright, we have to do this for an objective. Who we got? Sid. Eh, he can equip some armor. For now, he'll do. Although we don't have a whole lot for him at the moment. I think this Yang outfit is pretty new as well. I don't recognize it. I don't know if I've seen the Edge either. I've seen the Tella before and the Sid. Yeah. I mean, Sid, I forget what Sid got in advance, but I remember it being okay. Alright, so we got that one going. Check that off. Let's add Sid to our party menu. For my own. I mean, I guess I don't even have to bother updating that since I'm not showing it on screen. Since I do have Tella, I can go ahead and get these remaining chests and then port out of there. I mean, they had to give him something to sort of make up for the fact that he was not in the game much normally. I think his weapon had a chance of casting Flare? But I haven't played it in a long time, and I never really used Sid even when I did. Yes, we still haven't found Cecil. Might as well risk doing this. Get the free heal out of the way. And also get me a couple more levels before I have to try to do mount ordeals. Really, is one of the flags sort of remove that? Or do you mean the one that locks you into the Giant of Babel? Like there's no exit until you go through the whole thing. I don't have that one on. Oh, here's CPU. Okay. Alright, well, let's get rid of the healer. Yeah, that one we didn't put on, so we're safe from that one. I might consider putting that one on in the future. That being said, we did find the sirens already, so even if that was the case, I probably wouldn't have done it anyway. I mean, there's always going to be a formula of sorts. Whether or not you want to stick to that formula is sort of up to you. I mean, in a race setting, obviously, you got to go with what the fastest thing is. Okay, there we go. That should finish him off pretty good. It is not very exciting to watch, I will admit that, the D-Machine. At least with the eggs, it's relatively quick. And pretty much anybody can be used for it. Tower key. Alright, well. It's not, gonna help me right this second, unfortunately, but at least we have it for later. Problem I have with the tournaments is the reason why I didn't do this most recent one is it's just a lot of free enterprise all at one time, and I hate burning myself out on stuff. And you pretty much have to burn yourself out on free enterprise to be competitive in these tournaments. I don't know how Dusty and them do it just every day. Even doing one seed a day, I was just like, alright, that's enough free enterprise after the tournament's done. So I'm gonna drop here. I don't need one right now, but if I do want to make it so he can use Meteo, that is a good thing to find. Nothing else I really need at the moment. It's mildly freeing, not having a timer on, so I can actually discuss what I'm doing and think it out rather than just going, oh my god, go, 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 go. Granted, I don't want this to be a 4-hour seed, but it is nice. Sylph Summon and Elixirs are here. Might not need either of them. I mean, the Elixirs are nice. Alright, well, seeing as how I don't have anything better as a path right now, it does stand to reason that I should go here. So I do have time, I'm not on the clock. Check that for a whole whopping nothing. And we'll try to level up Tella to have all the spells. I mean, I have Mesamune on Edge, so we're in a good place, but still. One other factor of the hero flag I didn't mention is the Mount Rodios fight has to be done solo, which means I'm only going to have Tella for it. So depending on what's there, it could be a shit show. But we'll see. I mean, maybe it'll be like Edge's parents and I just have to sleep my way through it. Wouldn't that be the dream? Well, he does have the power staff, so it wouldn't be overly long, and I believe he gets access to his spells by then, although I could be wrong. Alt Gauntlet? Alt Gauntlet would be very, very mean. Like, horrendously mean. Quite possibly the meanest possible boss that could be there, considering the solo aspect. I really should bother to equip Sid at some point. You can tell he's not very important to me. I also have to be careful that Sid doesn't get, or Tella doesn't get killed or turned to stone in the meanwhile, because I don't know what happens if you try to start that fight but he's dead. Do you just lose automatically? Ooh, this is a rough boss to find here. Alright, I almost have to hope that, we can kill him in time. Hey! Because that could have gone very bad very quickly. I use a widget for a site called the Rainwave. If you type in !Rainwave, it'll show you information about it in a link. It's essentially a radio station with a widget that displays what's playing. You can request songs if you're in the OC Remix channel, just as a heads up. But you have to be logged into the website and have it on, so you'd have to turn it on and mute it, basically, so you're not hearing both songs twice. Also, weirdly, Edge is see-through in that one scene there. Alright, here we go. Let's see how a solo Tella does. Baron Key? Okay, well, it's something to do. I just have to beat... Oh, good. Oh, goody. Ogo Pogo! Oh, dear. Oh, God, he doesn't even have his boosts. Well, this is gonna be rough. This might be something we can't do till much later. I don't think I have any summon items. Well, it's better than nothing, I guess. Oh, God. Nope. Alrighty, You know what? Might come back there later once old Tella has some defense of some description. Or at least I have some sort of fighting item to quickly kill that guy in one shot. Something like a Gaia drum might do this. Might do the job. Nah, I wouldn't have to be too high a level. I would just need attack items. If I can find a Gaia drum, I can probably kill him in one go. Yeah, we gotta kind of lean on attack items, unfortunately, because Tella actually goes down in stats with too much leveling. There's Hourglass 3, is good to know for later. The bummer is I still have to get past Plague again, or did I save afterwards? I may have saved after I killed Plague. Hopefully I did, because I don't want to have to do that too. Where am I going? The other item is over here. I did not. Oh, well, poop. I got an apple. I can increase his health a bit. I mean, you're stuck in the party, so... Om nom nom, sir. There's coffins. There's Notice. I forget what Notice is offhand. Let's check Terroria. Because there are some chests I can open there. Well, wouldn't that be what Blizzard is? Although, I guess one could be the HP value one, so you might be right. While I'm swinging past this... Of course it's empty. Why wouldn't it be? I mean, I do have exit, so... There is some value in going here and checking these chests. I mean, I'm not on the clock, so I could take my sweet-ass time, but... Ooh, ribbon. Well, let's get some defense on you at least. Would not mind finding a cheeky adamant armor, that'd be nice. It'd probably be the only time in history I would ever bother putting it on Tella, of all people, but still. Unfortunately, the open chest seed is kind of screwing me over here. The chest in there? No, they're open. You just have to know they're there. Wizard hat. I think for right now I'm better off putting that on, putting the ribbon on. Can you wear the wizard hat? I didn't think so. Also, weirdly, you start with silver and not the wooden one. Oh no, you can lock adamant with another flag. I don't have it on though. You can prevent them from even popping up if you want. But I have T Wild on for the flags for chests. And for shops, I think, so anything can be anywhere, more or less. I like playing that way because it adds a bit more oomph to everything. Ice shield. Can you equip shields with that silver? No, okay. Yeah, they're all open, so... Oh, there is one unopened one. Flame Rod. Not great. Well, it was worth the crack. Well, that's the thing, is it makes you more likely to open chest as well, because even if you have gear, what about that chest? It could be an adamant, you know? So it can sort of bite you in the butt, which luckily I'm not on the clock for this seed, because again, this is mostly me just showing it off for YouTube, but if I was, ooh, okay. You know, that would be a problem down the line. At least now you can cast Meteor when we can unlock it. So there's not a whole lot we can do in the castle right now, but there are a couple of chests we can grab. Silk webs. That is not entirely bad to have. We don't need that anymore. We have one of those, so I don't have to worry about that. Let's kill a few things we're not going to need. I'll hold on to that because I know there's a Porum coming. Actually, you know what? I'll use Life Staff for her. It's not a whole lot we can sell at the moment. But I wouldn't mind getting 2 of these. One for Ogopogo, in case I need it, and one for Zeroma's later. Unfortunately, I'm not seeing a whole lot of really good attack items. I mean, worst case scenario, I could apple him up to hell and back and hope for the best, but probably not the most efficient strategy considering the cost involved. Another apple? Don't mind if I do. Where the hell to go? Okay, here it is. Because the big problem is the fact that his punches do almost half my health in one fell swoop. No, it's fine. You just go right on in. Just make yourself at home, young lady. I mean, he can be useful in certain situations. In this particular situation, yes, he sucks. He sucks magnificently, sir. Fire sword, diamond ring, blitzer, whip, an exit, which not really is too useful. Ooh. Ooh. Why, hello there. Alright, well, at least now I can cast Comet. Although I don't know how helpful that'll be against Ogopogo, because he'll respond, I think, with the Blaze. But before we attempt ordeals again, I'm going to try to get Porum. So also might give me a key item so I can sort of hold off a little bit on certain things. Because theoretically I don't need to do ordeals unless I have to for the Baron Key. They're still set up for the back row. Okay, I would have saved after I beat Plague then, if they're still swapped sides. Luckily, he should be back row glitch, so this shouldn't be too big of a deal. So at least I only have to do the actual ordeals fight. Okay. Not too bad of a spot. I can mitigate how dangerous they'll be, so... We're still gonna get at least one round of hits off. But I don't think they'll kill anybody, so we're good. Now, which glitch is that? Do you mean just freezing them? If so, it's because they're, even though they're technically a boss, they're not a boss, if that makes sense. They're a normal enemy. So really all you have to do is just stop them and they can't do much to you. Same can be done against some other enemies as well. I mean, you could do it to the entire gauntlet. Oh, the game doesn't really acknowledge that you've taken equipment off that's back row enabled. So if you equip Cecil with a bow and arrow, then immediately take him off of him, it will still think he has the bow and arrow on, even though you have the sword on. So you can just go ham on people. Magma key. Well, I mean, if I don't seem like I can do the other thing, at least we can now get into somewhere else, so there's something there. I reckon we will go ahead and try to beat him again. Because I really would prefer to have all of his spells before we went down there. If only just because of Dwarf Castle and I could do the warp glitch. Well, you can't really swap out of Avenger is the problem, so you wouldn't really know if it worked or not. Oops. Alright, I have to make sure Tell is healed because I don't remember if he gets healed before the fight. He very well might. He has some degree of defense now, so there's that. No, he's already healed. I forgot to sell the whistle. So we have a silk web, worst case scenario. Let's give it another go. I'm not gonna mark the Baron Key till we actually manage to get out of here. I'm gonna have to be somewhat strategic to survive this fight. Funny thing is, literally any other character but Tella, we would have done it in one shot. Alright, so he is going to respond to any spell with that, which is not ideal. Which means he's going to respond with the other thing with that as well. First of all, let me see how much... Did I put the power staff on her on accident instead of the other thing? Yes, I did. Okay, well, so much for that. Now, the question is it worth the attack? Hey! On the upside, when we do find Cecil, he will now be upgraded, so that is especially good. The other good thing with the hero flag is your hero is always your agility anchor, which means even if I get Cecil, he is not the agility anchor. Tella is. Which Tella is probably one of the best agility anchors in the game, so there is one good side to Tella actually being my hero. The downside, of course, is that I highly doubt there's any scenario in which Tella survives against the Romas, but still, you know, look at the upside of things. So the question is, do we go underground first or Baron? I'm thinking we'll try Baron. If only just to finish out things on the overworld before we start dipping underground. Give you life. Well, there's arguments for Sid and, I guess, to a minor point, Fu, but he is probably arguably the best one. Alright, only one chest in here, but that's fine. Ooh, another ribbon. Okay, well, you might as well have that, I guess. Who knows? Maybe eventually we might even have an entire equipment bar on at some point. Wouldn't that be nice? So right now, I'm pretty sure Porum's just running around with a napkin on. I don't think Sid's doing that much better, honestly. I mean, ribbon is one of the better things to find outright. Now, Hermes is okay. And there's quite a few chests inside Baron, which is another reason why I'm going for this first. Granted, there is 2 bosses we have to get through in order for it to work. But I think with our equipment and our levels right now, we should be okay for mostly anything, with a few exceptions. So naturally, both exceptions are going to be right here. Because that's just how it works. And there's exception number 1 right on cue. Do I have a wall item? I don't think I do. I do not. Alright, well then please do not kill Edge. And probably Tella. Kill the others. No Edge. No Tella. Come on. Big money. Big money. No whammies. Of course. Just get right in there. Oh, he wouldn't be able to do Tella because Tella would be already blocked due to the ribbon. Well, I guess all things considered, only one person dying is okay, but the worst person to have die, of course. Lots of things to do, strategies to think through, 'cause the race is soon. Alright, we gotta get a wall on Tella, just so we have some degree of defense. Excellent. See if we can wall Yang, so at least we have one physical hitter protected. He has more health in this spot than I gave him credit for. There we go. Now, normally if I was in a race and I was on a clock, I wouldn't do what I'm about to do to heal up. But since I don't want to waste precious items, we're gonna go take a nap in Cecil's bed. It is a free heal at any point in the game you go there. It just takes too much time to bother going over there, so most people don't do it.
So start the day out right with some fruit delight, joy with every bite.
But since we're not on the clock, a little siesta is certainly in order.
Yummy, so very. So relax, unwind, overthinking mind with a bowl of fun with light.
Hey Alexa, it's been a little while. How are you doing? Alright, nothing good there. I'm doing alright. Giving the new flags a test run of sorts. Power robe? I mean, it's better than nothing, so here. Although, do I want to give that to you instead? Probably. Oops, wrong one. You can continue being naked. They've added, the two main things to know about is now when you forge the, Excalibur, you get a weapon from Final Fantasy IV Advance now, one of the super-powered ones. The other one is the hero flag, which means that the character you start as, he's permanently in the party. You have to fight the boss at Mount Ordeals alone with them. Which for me, of course, is Tella. Yep. When you have the hero flag on, the super weapon is also for your main character, your hero. We managed to squeeze by Mount Ordeals. We had Ogo Pogo at Mount Ordeals. It was not polite, but we got through it. Oh, we sure are. You bet we are. Why wouldn't we, you know? If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it right, which means we start with Tella. Yeah. Okay, this is potentially Water Hag? Of course it isn't. Alright, sure, let's go. Alright, well, we can stone these guys, worst case scenario. Yep. You have to fight alone with your hero. Which isn't so bad if you have, say, I don't know, Cecil. As far as I know, nothing. But they might have taken out some generic items. I know it's default now that, the weaker items just get turned into money. And that you can set it to being just, everything is considered junk and you just get money for it. So I'm guessing stuff like Cure 1 maybe might not be in chest anymore, although I think you can still buy it. Alright, I'm gonna just kill everything with Edge, I think. I don't think Dwarven Bread is still available, but I don't know. I don't remember them saying they got rid of anything. You'd have to ask Rivers or something like that. Scala might know as well. Yeah, these guys don't counter, so we can go ham on them. I have to be careful with the soldiers there, because they have a bad habit of not muting you, piggying you, and miniing you. I've always wondered what dwarven bread is. Like, can you get dwarven bread at the store? Well, she's kind of heavily ingrained in the development of the thing, so I'd be surprised if she didn't. And hearty har har indeed. Although that's more pirate bread than dwarven bread. Although I guess you could argue sometimes they're one and the same. Look, I don't mean to step on your joke, I'm just saying. We can contain multitudes. That's fair. Goodbye, Porum. I just want to know, is it like a good ciabatta? Or, you know, are we talking sourdough? What kind of bread is this? 'Cause I would be down for some dwarven ciabatta bread right about now. Wonder if I can revive you in time. Probably not. Absolutely not. But we tried, and that's what's important. Tell is still, even as a hero, up there with some of the most useless characters in the game. This is your chance, Tella. Get that life off. There you go. A stale baguette? I mean, you might be right. And that should be the last boss. French dwarves would be amazing. French toast dwarven bread. Oh boy. Foo. I mean, he's not going to have all his spells yet. So here's another thing about the hero flag. I can't get rid of Tella. It won't let me. So I can only get rid of these guys. So I'm probably going to get rid of you. I believe the hero is also exempt from permadeath, too. So you can't start a permadeath flag, get Tell as a hero, intentionally kill him off, and then get somebody else. They're wise to your tricks. They're not going to allow that crap. Which is a shame. Because that would be a neat little jab past the rule set for people. A rat tail. Well, unfortunately, we do not have the hook, so we can't do much of anything with that. We have some stuff we can sell, so we're going to do that real quick. At this point, we might not need those. I'm not gonna need both of those, so that's fine. Won't need Blitz because we have the other one. I'll keep the Fire Sword for now because we don't have anything better. Don't need the Ice Shield. Grab those now so I don't have to worry about them later. You're not wrong. I mean, it's irrelevant now that I have the Magma Key, but it would have made me consider going down there. Although, if Cecil is in the hook path, I have to go there eventually, so... because that is one of my objectives. So that begs the question of who do we ditch for Cecil? Although I guess I don't have to take him, I just have to find him. Although I don't... It says specifically get Sissel, so maybe you do have to take him. I'd assume you just have to find him, though. Also, this is one of my objectives, so I gotta check that off. So we do have to go to the moon for one objective, so we can't finish the scene until we get the darkness crystal outright. So that's fine, because we still need to get our full party. Well, I mean, we have a full party, but we're going to need to swap out probably Yang for Cecil when we find him. I mean, Yang is decent, but I guess considering we have a Masamune, it makes more sense to keep Edge. We need a healer, and Tella's not going to cut it. Fu's probably not going to cut it because of his relatively low MP as well. I could get rid of Fu, honestly, and just go full Berserk strats. Now, before we do the bosses here, I'm going to check the shops and everything. Speaking of Berserk strats, we'll hold off till I have a few more things to sell, but at least I know they're in play. It's a very weird Celtic version of Rydia's theme here. I kind of dig it in a weird sort of way though, so I gotta give it props. Somewhat ironic it popped up while I'm playing this, though. Artemis Bow. See, that's a cause for keeping Sid. But I can't afford to ditch my healer. I'm gonna need at least one healer. There's some leftover chests down here. Oh, I see, it's a medley of various Final Fantasy IV songs. Okay, another free siren. Not really needed considering we have 20, but... I guess worst case scenario, I can do a couple of eggs if we run into anything I can't beat. Alright, the main thing we do not want to see is Valvolus here. Okay, that looks like, elements. You'd want the original, spelling of it. I don't know what the original spelling is offhand, though. You can be in charge of, I don't know, berserking him. Why not? And we'll see if we can't get her up. That's not ideal. Okay, get your heal off, thank you. Probably should have berserked Edge again, but it's fine. Tela is more or less useless at this point, which is his natural state. And I'm probably not going to bother trying to keep her up. Because, I mean, she's going to level anyway when we get to the eggs, and it's just not really worth the trouble. Although, I guess you don't really have a purpose. Okay. Although we're in a bit of the red here. Might have been better to just nuke him and call it a day. But at least we got through it. We're low HP though is the problem. Oh, we didn't have nuke to begin with, so that explains why I couldn't use it. Not that I looked for it, so I can't even claim I did that intentionally. Huh. Oh, good. We do have a Bahamut summon, but at this point it's probably not necessary, so I'm gonna ditch you. And I only really have one shot at this. It's gonna be through Edge. Although I will see if you can break through the defenses. Did your life miss? You jerk. Well, we're in trouble. Now this spot doesn't have that much HP, so if I can get through it with a little bit more oomph, we might be fine. Going to check Spike Cave. I mean, there's a lot of items in A Link to the Past, so it's easy to forget certain things. Or to simply overlook things. Alright, this time I'm just gonna go right for the kill, not even gonna worry about trying to do any physical attacks. Yeah, that's fine. Just glare him, get it over with. Still not in the ideal position because Edge is down, but at least now we have a bit of a buffer. I would still assume that this spot can't get magic cast on it, but it might be able to. If so, I could potentially try to cast Nuke. Yes, dead enemies do not fight back is accurate. Alright, let's see if this works, first off. That's fine, waste a week against him. And that does work. Okay, well, got through. Didn't get any experience on Edge, but that's fine. What is important is Fu and Tela are still alive. So now I can warp glitch into Luca Cave. In fact, we'll know what we're getting there before we know what we're getting here. Might as well use you since you don't have warp yet. Okay. Well, good thing we have you. I mean, it's something to throw in Tella, I guess. Also, you're probably naked too, yeah. Well, you're the hero of the story, so... Here, you can have that. The pass. Not super helpful, it doesn't count as a key item, but I guess at least now I can say that we have it for later down the line. So the question is, what do we do now? I mean, I have the tower key, so that's certainly in the running. I could go talk to Yang, although I would honestly rather wait until we had the pan there. Since I'm not on the clock, I may as well check items in this little area here. As I try to get something resembling equipment for my party. It's not going well. Well, that was worth my effort and time. Thanks. Thanks, game. Highly appreciated. Alright, let's go to Tomura. Check that shop. Probably go down to the Fame Arch, honestly, just because there's a free key item there. On the off chance it happens to be the pan. I can also scout which bosses are there. I mean, Hourglass 1s are neat, I suppose. I know where Hourglass 3s are, though, so it's not explicitly needed. He's an ophthalmologist. There are a decent amount of chests down here. So there is some value in that. I don't want to open the chests in these rooms because there is a monster in a box I probably don't want to get into right this second. I do not have the flags on where key items can be in monsters in the boxes. You love Job Dwarf? You know, he has his purposes. One per seed, in fact. Dragoon Shield, not bad. I mean, he could be a baker. I would assume that's one of his plausible jobs. But Crystal? Wait a minute. Oh, did I accidentally turn on flags that just means that you finish the seed when you complete the objectives? Because I meant to have a Zeromus fight. I guess not, though. Well, might as well take an in-rest then. I must have forgot to turn something off. But on the upside, at least that's good to know, because now I know how you finish the seed. Boreas is the thing I wanted earlier. We'll take a peek at what the bosses are. I don't think I have really much of a chance in hell of beating any of them right now. I'll drop a save in case I get froggy enough to try one, but I'm going to assume it's a no-go. I mean, he would be able to answer Dwarven Bread, although you could argue he might be able to do that without that case. It is a key item. I'll give it a shot. I would assume it's not going to go well, but we'll see how it plays out. Okay, one hit. Two hits. Three hits. So he's gonna turn into miss, so hold off on attacking for just a minute. This is actually not going as bad as it could have been. I'll let you life potion. And then you can cure 3 him. I mean, this is going to be carried pretty strongly by Fu, I would argue. Okay, 1. Okay, 1 hit. It's fine that she's going down. That I'm not sure about. 2. Three. Okay, you can no longer do that. What do I have? Crap. Alright. Life 1 you, so you can life 1 the others. I might regret this later, but elixir you so you can actually kill him. Life 1 on him so there's more bodies to attack. Hey! And the whole party lived through it. Now we can check that off. A glass helm. Not really helpful equipment-wise. Now the question is, can we beat Odin? He's gonna be really fast and hit really hard. I forget how much health there is in that particular spot, too. I want to save the cabin, so I'm going to actually stay at the inn instead. Because I might need the cabin going up the tower or going down it after the first boss fight. That is not the inn. There we go. I'll give it a shot to see how well it goes. I expect it to go very poorly. But I suppose you never know. It would help if I saved before I tempted fate here. I guess you can add the glass helm, why not? Give you a bit of defense, which may be very helpful for what we're about to engage in. Probably better to use Lit 3, I would imagine, is what he would say if he had it. That's Warp, that's not going to be helpful. Alright, Berserk you. Yeah, I don't see this happening, honestly. Not without a tremendous amount of luck. Nah, we'll try that later if we have to do it. Chrono Cross does have its fair share of characters, you're not wrong there. Alright, exit out of here. No, exit. Thank you. So, we got everything we need there, for the time being at least. I'm gonna do Tower next, because I want to hold off on doing Yang until I have to. I'm surprised that with the wild flags on, we haven't really found too much in the realm of good armor or anything. Can you equip the Stardust Rod? No, but you can. Not that it's gonna help that much. There may be some value in fighting the trap chests because they're relatively easy to kill. I mean, it's not like it's going to give me more in the sense of what's included inside of it. Because everything will be T-Wild, so I could be doing this for a cloth hat. In fact, it wouldn't shock me if I was doing this for a cloth hat. I barely remember Chrono Cross, honestly. I haven't played it since it came out, more or less. There's probably some argument that I could stream it at some point because that would be so unfamiliar to me at this point that I just wouldn't know what to do. I remembered having some good music in it though, I'll give it that much. Flame Dog is not super ideal, but that's fine. I'm getting extra experience out of this at least. Strength Ring. Well, that's armor for you. Which means that somebody else can have the diamond. What do you have? You don't have anything? Here you go, have a diamond ring. I mean, that's a good thing to have, though. There's a lot of games that I can remember like the back of my hand. There's other games that I've beaten that if I tried to play them now, I would have no memory of this place. So for me, it's very specific to what I'm trying to play. I think it happens with Chrono Cross because I haven't played as much as Chrono Trigger. That and the fact that Chrono Cross's plot is kind of a mess. It's all over the place. Hey, another Mazmune. Don't mind if I do. If we can get some good armor for our Edge, he might actually be fully equipped. Wouldn't that be nice? I believe this is the last trap chest. Are you able of one-shotting them now with both those swords? Hey. Still gonna have to take a cabin or something. Ooh! Crystal sword, you say? Well, I do have to get Cecil, so... I do not mind grabbing that for the road, thank you very much. I don't know where he is, mind, but I do have to get him to complete the seed. Although, knowing my luck, he will be the last objective we do, and we'll just get him and then the seed ends. Well, we do have the tower key, so I'm just going to do that now as we're running past. Hopefully. Failed him, that's fine. He should die here in one hit. Okay, Fu now has all of his spells, that's good to know. Alright, so I'm pretty sure we have all the trap chests here, so... It's a little late for that game, but good on you. Now, is this unlocked? Okay, nothing too exciting there. We're kind of low on MP, so I'm gonna have to use that cabin here, I think. So that's another thing I haven't seen in shops yet. I've seen tents, but I haven't seen a cabin. It's fine. He has explosion immune skin. It's fine. He comes back. Don't worry about it. Alright, looks like we just have the Baron guards. Well, I should just be able to stone them and win without it doing anything else. Unless it's the Kaipo guards, at which point it's even easier. It's the Kaipo guards, okay, well, flame. Although they do a decent amount of damage with their attack. We'll queue up a couple of different attacks so that we'll have a bit of a 1-2 hit blitz ready for them. They are fast, which is somewhat problematic. Damn. I was hoping that would actually go off. This should kill the soldiers, I would imagine. Yeah. And he'll just run as soon as he gets his next turn, so... I was about to say, what did we get for the tower key, but we won't know until we get to the bottom. The pan. Don't mind if I do, that's exactly what I wanted out of this. Now I just gotta make the walk of shame all the way down. It is kind of sad I've yet to find the sword or the adamant. Because there's a pretty good chance we will complete the seed before I even get to see what the item is. Probably won't get to see music either unless I get the twin harp with the yang stuff. I'm bummed that I accidentally had this seed be a non-Zeromus one though. It's always fun to see the Zeromus sprites. I don't even think I can activate the fight with it turned off though. That just means it's an excuse to do another seed some other time for the YouTube channel, so I'm gonna call it a partial win. A protect ring. Well, I mean, I'll take it. It's not really helpful per se, but I'll take it. Now, you already have a diamond ring. Alright, well here, you can have a diamond ring. Why not? We're not doing great on the key items front, because we just got blitzed with a bunch of spots that were relatively useless to us. But hopefully we can get 3 key items in a row here. Somehow I doubt it, but hopefully. Alright, roll number 1. What do we get? The hook. Well, that can turn into the Rat Tails item, so I'll take it. That can also get me in the hook path to check a character, so that could be Cecil. But first we're gonna go to Fabul, get that done, and then we'll go over and get the hook after that. Be a real shame if they gave me the pink tail. Just saying. I'd be very offended to have the free adamant armor. It'd be great. I mean, it would be bad. I mean, I already had one, but thanks. Okay, that was completely useless. I'm glad I did that. It's very encouraging for the future. So either this is going to be darkness, or it's behind Odin. Speaking of Odin, I didn't check Odin's spot inside Baron either. But first we'll go do the rat tail. It is amusing when it does that. Alright, go down. Let's see what our luck lies with this. You seem to like ribbons, game. You don't seem to like key items, but you like ribbons. Good on you. Unfortunately, that did not play out the way I was hoping it would, but that's alright. We can do a character check, we can do a shop check, it'll be great. Everyone will be happy to be here. So, Darkness Crystal is either going to be behind the Odin spot fight or the Leviathan spot fight. It's a question of who and what can I do to both of them. That is the wrong shop. There's no cabins in this entire seed. That's interesting. Do I want to go for chest in here? Maybe, but I'll wait till I'm on my way out. Except for that one, because it's right in front of me. And this one, because it's out of the way. Look, let's just be honest and say I'm opening them all just because they're right next to me. I forgot to heal. Oh, God. Okay, we're good. We're good. Everything's great. No need to panic, so just calm down, everyone. Another Stardust Rod. Well, at least everything's safe now, because that's dead. It does sell for a lot, so I'm going to swap it out for that. That could come in handy, so I'm going to swap that out for that. Do we have crystal armor, or was it shield? That was arm, okay, get rid of the ice rod, don't really need it. Do not need. I thought for a second that you couldn't swap away from the main character either. Fortunately, another Rydia, which, I mean, I do have the Bahamut summon, so there is some cause for maybe taking this. Although I would have to level her all the way back up, so, nah, I think I'll stick with Yang. Let's go ahead and exit. So yeah, we gotta beat one of two bosses to progress. There's no cabins, or if they do exist in the sea, they are on the moon, which I need to beat the bosses to get to. So not good all around, but I guess we will start with Odin spot. Before I go there, though, I need to go get some life potions. Let's run under the assumption that this is my main party now, aside from Cecil. What do we need and what can we ditch? Well, we can ditch that. You know what? Let's get rid of those. Probably won't need more of those. I know we're not going to take her, so I can get rid of these now. Keep the Artemis to back row glitching, though. I might need arrows for that, so I'll keep those arrows. We have the Crystal Shield. But I believe that prevents you from getting Berserk, so I'm going to ditch that. The Crystal Armor is the other thing that lets you be prevented from getting Berserk, so... Ooh, Dragoon Armor. Yeah, I'm gonna buy one of those and get rid of the other thing. And we only need one crystal sword, so that's fine. Let's grab 30 of these. And since I don't have anything better, I'm going to grab some of those too, just because coffins aren't in play. I got to make do with what I got. It's annoying that coffins aren't, or not coffins, cabins aren't in play. I did see coffins somewhere else, but now I can't remember where they are. We're gonna need them for grinding. Presumably, if I can get to 10 key items. Might have to deal with 9, because I'm gonna need to get some levels before I go to the moon anyway. Annoyingly, we gotta do like 2 tents to do like 1 cabin. Might be Agart. Could have also been Mysidia. We will worry about that momentarily. Alright, what do we got here? Okay, not too bad. Do I have a stopwatch? I do not. Otherwise that would have been too easy. Screw it. This is my chance to use media. I'm gonna run with it. Although I don't know if he'll actually get it off in time. No, he will not. Legend Sword. Which means that I have to kill Odin to actually progress the game. Which is not ideal, because that spot's going to be a pain in my ass. Still, we could... I mean, it's a bummer I'm doing this with 1 less key item than I need to get the double experience, but I suppose I could do a couple of eggs before and then a couple of eggs afterwards, so it's not the worst case scenario. Alright, so... coffins are either at Mysidia, Agart, or they are at, I would assume, Silvera. There we go. So I guess, what level are we right now? We're already in the 30s. You know what? I might try it without using them. Because I'm dumb. And I want to see if I can tempt fate. And we have done a few things since I've been over there, so... we'll have a few levels on what we used to have. I will probably end up regretting this almost immediately. The other annoying thing is if Cecil is not at the dais at the Lunar Shrine, We're gonna have to do the Giant of Babel to finish the seed as well. Because I can't think of any other character slots we haven't checked yet. There may be one I'm just overlooking in the back of my mind, but I don't think there is. I mean, there's also the Earth Crystal, too, which we would have to find. Either way, they're all going to be on the moon, so... Alright. Time to cross our fingers and hope for the best here. Off to a good start. Alright, well, you will have lit 3 now. You will die instantly. Yep. This is not looking good. He goes really fast. Alright, this might be doable, though. Let me try something. Oh, well, thank you, Dane. I've got something like 5,000 questions and it all handwritten, so I asked people to let me know if there's any typos or anything. Alright, let's try for this one. Battle Sleed 6. We're just gonna try to go full running strats here. I know this does quad 9, so we'll go with that. Berserk with you. Blink with you. Try to life you up. Probably not worth the effort, honestly. Alright, Tella's gonna go down, but that's fine. Come on. I don't think this is gonna heal enough to really matter much, but gotta go for it. Because if they can survive the Odin spell, we're good. Theoretically. We're definitely doing a lot more damage than I typically do here, so... Hey! This should be our 10th key item. I forgot to check Rydia's mom. Oh well. 10th key item. It totally blew my mind that I didn't check Rydia's mom. But that actually sort of works out in my favor, because now we'll have a adamant armor for going through the Giant of Babel if we have to. But first, we need to get the party up in levels, so... life you, because it really doesn't matter. Where is my coffins at? Coffins can go up here. I forgot to put battle speed up. I'll have to do that after this fight. So I don't need these taking 30 minutes every time. So yeah, if we're gonna be leveling, I probably do want to make sure that getting Cecil is our last objective. For one, he's not going to be needed for a Zeromus fight with these particular flags. For two, I'll already have everybody leveled, so... Theoretically, I only need to be about level 42 as well, but... There's no real harm in pushing a little bit further, just to make the fights a little bit easier. It's a bummer with them changing how the flags work every so often. Sometimes you overlook putting certain things on or turning them off by default. I think I selected the wrong objectives version. Whereas I gave myself 5 random ones rather than adding 5 random ones in addition to the normal setups. Might as well go until at least everybody is in the range. Yeah. Tella's still not 42, so I have an excuse to keep going. I mean, it could be worse having the hero flag on. Without the Zeromus fight does make Tella as a hero less painful. Only slightly, but less. Because I think even if I leveled him to or level 99 rather, I still don't know if he'd be able to tank a Big Bang. So having him as the hero during a Zeromus fight is not ideal. Oh, there's Cure 4. It's theoretically all I need, so I'm gonna just move on now. First things first, we will get that adamant armor, because I'm gonna need it for somebody, probably. And then I have to remember to go check Rydia's mom, which I can't believe I forgot to do that. Theoretically, I didn't have to fight that Odin fight at all. But at least we're getting something out of it. I'm not going to equip it on anybody just yet. We'll see what we get at the Lunar Dais before I have to make my decisions on who gets equipped with what. Although chances are I wouldn't equip it on Cecil anyway, even if it was him. Because obviously I still... Right, I need to go pick up the crystal. I need to go to Rydia's mom. I keep forgetting this. I would have to level him up, so chances are I wouldn't even take him. In fact, with that in mind, I think I'm just going to equip it on you. course, this is going to be the Earth Crystal, with the Earth Crystal being what holds the darkness. Okay. That is the darkness, so we can at least go and get the white spear one done. So we have no real reason to go deeper than that. Unless we have to hunt down the Earth Crystal to find Cecil. Where am I going? I'm really hoping we don't have to do the Giant of Babel. Really, really hoping we don't have to do the Giant of Babel. Not because it'd be impossible or anything, but it'd just be a long slog. I mean, we haven't found Twin Harp either, so if I do want to show off the music, I'd probably have to wait till the credits, see where it is, and just beeline right to there if we don't end up getting it in the meantime. I mean, we might stumble across it. I would not be opposed to Cecil being here, though, and saving me the time of hunting down the Earth Crystal. Come on, Cecil. Come on! I know you're in there. Too good to be true. Been a lot of Rydias in this seed. It's a shame I didn't get her earlier, where there was some clause in taking her. But oh well. So that unfortunately means that Cecil is either behind the package, the Earth Crystal, or the Giant of Babel. I would very much prefer him to be behind one of the key items, just because it would be quicker. Granted, I have to find the key items that go behind it first. But what we're going to start with is the white spear, which I believe is in vanilla the plague spot. Because I know the ribbons is the 2 chests. And the one next to that, I think, is the white spear. Because the swords are the 2 dragons. And Wyvern is the crystal sword. Luckily, level-wise, we should be more than okay. If I'm really desperate, I do have some more sirens. I can do a dragon fight or something. But my assumption is that we won't have too much problems. Alright. Let's see how it goes. This is probably the Wyvern fight, considering it is a moon boss, and I believe that's the only thing we haven't seen yet. Leviathan. And I forgot to heal again, so that's good. In fact, you know what? Let's reset and heal, just for fun. Just to really feel at our best. What the downside of having no tents is in my back of my mind, I'm just like, we don't need to heal. I don't have any cabins. The other bummer with tents is Because of Yang's HP, he's gonna take for like 8 cabins, or 8 tents rather, to heal up fully. But 2 should be enough to justify this fight. I guess it makes sense that this is Leviathan, because he does have a sparkle as well. You have Cure 4 now, so we can quickly top everybody up. I would assume it's faster casting Lit 3 on you than anything else. Okay, magic still hits him fairly hard, so I gotta be aware of that. Kinda hoping that we have to kill less rather than more bosses. But since Cecil could be behind anything, it's hard to tell. Alright, that one's done. That should be that checked off. Unfortunately, that just gives me a sword, which is not ideal, but I'll take it. Suppose I can throw it in the worst case scenario. Just gonna cut out the middleman and do this. Alright, so now all we have left is finding Cecil. So we need to either get the package or the Earth Crystal, so we might as well start here. Ooh, okay, you hit hard. I mean, this spot shouldn't be too bad to do. Just gonna berserk with you. Probably should have healed there, but it's fine. Ironically, having no Cecil here makes this longer and harder. At least we don't have to deal with the normal reflecting issues of having the lunars here. Ugh. This might kill him? Probably gonna have more health than normally because he is sort of 2 combined into 1. But we got through it. Earth Crystal and Twin Harp. Well, at least I can do music and Earth Crystal. Now, the question is, do I risk dipping out and doing this, or do I try to find the package first, just to make sure all the bases are covered? I think I go for it. So let's go ahead and exit out of here, head back to Earth. We'll save the Twin Harp for afterwards. Because usually if I don't have to do it during the actual game, I'll I'll go ahead and show it off just for the sake of it. Right, but first, head to Terraria. Shouldn't have to open any chest at all, so it should be relatively quick just rushing through it, and since we are going to be right outside of Terraria, we'll be right in position to do the Twin Harp afterwards. So, I mean, theoretically, the Twin Harp could have the package as well. Although this is going to teleport me away, I guess. Although not too far away, so it's fine. We will have to kill 2 bosses to get through here, but I imagine at this stage in the game, they won't be too much trouble at all. I mean, we've already seen the majority of the really bad bosses. The only one that's still remaining at large is Wyvern. But he does have random attack Wyvern flags on, so he's not going to do Mega Nuke, or presumably won't. Now, there is argument that some stuff could be worse than the Mega Nuke, but I would still say we're going to be fine. Okay, Bahamut. I would imagine currently he will not even get far enough to get his first cast off. This spot shouldn't have too much, yeah, already dead. I was gonna say, he shouldn't have too much in the way of HP right now. Okay, there's Cecil. Alright. Seed done as soon as we can grab him then. Which we won't even have to fight the boss here, I don't think. And this was another Foo. So yeah, he was pretty out of the way, all things considered. Giesel. And that's the end of that. All objectives complete. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see what the other weapon was. But I mean, I could do some extra stuff post-credits here. Basically, there's dramatic music playing right now. That's the end of the seed. Which is a bummer. I was hoping to fight the Zeromas fight here. But again, just an excuse to do another one. Now, we're gonna fast forward a little bit because I do want to see where the key items are. Magma. Okay, Adamant is at Wyvern spot. Okay. That's really all we need to know. So let's go ahead and reset. Alright, I saved in here. Can I exit out of here? No. So what we're going to do is I'll go ahead and I'll go get the Adamant so we can see what the weapon is. And B, I will go do the Twin Harp song so we can get both the post-game things out of the way here. Unfortunately, there's no way of exiting out of here, so you kind of got to make the walk of shame out, but that's fine. Still be relatively quick and painless little rumps here. Alright, since I'm already here, I'll do Twin Harp first. Because at this point, whatever fights there is going to go really quickly. I did want to see what the stats are on that other weapon anyway that we're supposed to get, to see what you get if you do get Hero Tella in any of these seeds. So after I'm done with this seed, I will probably pop on to Judgment for a little while. I mean, at this point, it's going to be like, I don't know, 11:30 my time. So I won't get as much out of it as normal, but we'll get at least enough out of it. Hopefully we're all paralyzed. Sadly, not the case. Alright, I have a feeling we won't get our stuff off until after he does his thing, so I might as well just hold back and let him do his cutscene. No, I'm just gonna move things along here. Alright, sounds like we got some Final Fantasy V music for our Twin Harp tonight. I forget what the name of the song is. On Our Way or something like that? Ahead on Our Way? I might be thinking of a completely different song. Ahead on Our Way, there it is. And this would have been Dr. Lugay. The music's gonna cut out either when I kill him or when he changes forms here, so... Alright, there we go. Oh, that's weird. There we go. Okay, so I can turn this back on then. And that would have been the Luca key. So nothing too exciting there, really. So last off, before I wrap up with this seed for the day, we'll go get that adamant. We'll go turn that weapon in, see what we end up getting from it. Because I'm interested in seeing what the stats are. It's a bummer I don't have the save from right before we left the lunar subterranean. Would have saved me time, but oh well. Shouldn't be too hard. That's a relatively low HP spot, all things considered. Yeah, drop the land, pop in, run down, get the item, exit out. Get back in the airship, go down to the underground, get the weapon, look at the stats, and I guess that's where we'll wrap up as far as the YouTube portion of things go. Annoying that we have to go partially the entire way down the lunar subterranean, but I mean, at least we don't have to go the entire way down. And there is a save spot right before the boss, so there's no need of me going out of the way just to drop a save or anything like that for safety's sake. Alright, so what I might do next week for the YouTube is, first of all, I'm going to make sure that we have... Next time I play this, I'm going to make sure I have a seed where we fight Zeromus. Potentially do another free Enterprise seed next week. Either that, or I might try out a different randomizer for the sake of it. So eventually I want to do like a casual run of something, where I record like an hour of something every week. But I haven't decided what I want to do for that yet, so... Obviously it wouldn't be anything that, you know, I have earmarked for actually being on stream. But something more simple would be fine. Yeah, let's fight this boss, get this item, and wrap things up. I mean, if anybody has any ideas for what I should do, by all means let me know. I mean, Jan can survive this, so it's not a huge deal. I'll see if I can get a heal off, but it's not looking likely. So no concerns there, because Jan can just tank that. Now, if I was on no free bosses, I would have been screwed. Because Cecil in that spot is just god-awful. You might notice there that Tella gained a level even though he was dead. Part of the hero flag is that your character does still gain experience even if they're dead. So you can't do the cheeky old, I'm gonna kill him just so I could get the agility anchoring mapped out. No, no, no. You're gonna get experience as the character. So in a way, you could argue that Tella works well, because he's not really gonna get much more experience, or, well, he's gonna get experience. He's not gonna get much more in the way of stats, so his slowness will always be a part of things. Whereas somebody like Cecil, you know, you're gonna deal with a lot faster movements and whatnot. So it can make for a more dangerous fight with Zeromus. Alright, let's go turn this in, see what the item is, check the stats of it, because I'm curious. And from there, well, I guess we'll wrap up what we're doing with the YouTube. I didn't go through the process of putting these flags on just to ignore the fact that they exist. I want to see the items, damn it. Nothing in there worthwhile. Nirvana. And what is Nirvana? If I go into my items and I go into select button, you'll see it cast wall when used and its vitality of will plus 15, and that's for Tella and Porum. So let's go ahead and equip that just for the sake of it. Oh yeah. Pretty good for the vitality and will for healing. Obviously that's going to be better on Porum, which, because I have both of them, I could easily put it on her too. But that about wraps it up for Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise, so I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye to everybody on YouTube, and I'll see you next week.